Well, hello and how are you? Hey, this here's Shenandoah Briscoe coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Yes, sir, this would be blog number 136. That's right, 136, because yesterday was, well, 135. Alrighty then. Hey, we're going to get the ball rolling today with a song and then a parody of that song, so I'll start off with the song first. All right? Alrighty. Here we go. Let me kick this down here and we'll start off with this one. In a bar in Toledo, across from the depot, on a bar stool she took off her ring. I thought I'd move closer, so I walked on over. I sat down and asked her name. When the drinks finally hit her, she said, I'm no quitter, but I finally quit living on dreams. I'm hungry for laughter and here ever after, and after whatever the other life brings. In a mirror I saw him, and I closely watched him. I thought how he looked out of place. He came to the woman who sat there beside me. He had a strange look on his face. His big hands were calloused. He looked like a mountain. For a minute I thought I was dead. But he started a-shaking. His big heart was breaking. He turned to the woman and said, You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille, with 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times, but this time the hurtin' won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. After he left us, I ordered more whiskey. I thought how she made him look small. From the lights of the barroom to the rented hotel room, we walked without talking at all. She was a beauty, but when she came to me, she must have thought I'd lost my mind. I couldn't hold her, for the words that he told her kept coming back time after time. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille, with 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, I've lived through some sad times, but this time your hurtin' won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Alrighty, hey, that wasn't too bad. Now, that being said, I'll do a parody of that song. Hold on, let me get a little sip of the cider. On a road in Toledo, across from the depot, I was cruising in my old Heap. It wasn't good looking, but I was sure bucking, and anyway, I got it dirt cheap. Me and my old lady were cruising about 80 when the car really started to roar. Round the curve we were turning, and something was burning, but I shoved that old gas pedal down to the floor. In the mirror I saw something cruising down the highway. I thought how it looked out of place. It was my tire going like fire. I had a strange look on my face. I really don't know, but it looked like a donut. For a minute I thought I was dead. I started crying. I thought we were dying. I looked out the window and windshield and said, "You picked a fine time to leave me loose, wheel. With four old bald tires, you were such a good deal. I've had some clunkers, some really bad junkers, but you were just a great steal. You picked a fine time to leave me loose, wheel." After the collision, I made a decision. I thought how I'd live through it all. In the glow of the headlights, I checked out the damage. You really couldn't see much at all. I started thinking, I'm glad I'm not drinking. And these words came back time after time. You picked a fine time to leave me loose, wheel. With four old bald tires, you were such a good deal. I've had some clunkers, some really bad junkers, but you were just a great steal. You picked a fine time to leave me loose, wheel. All right, I thought you might get a kick out of that one. Okay, well, we're just going to kick that one on off, and we're going to check out something else here. Oh no, what did I do? I done kicked off something else here. Let's see, we'll go back to that. Alright. Oh, I blew it. We'll just try this. Wake up. Kenny Rogers songs. Go to sleep. Okay, let me check my time. Looks like we're only into it 8 minutes, so I'm going to kick off a few more for you. Because I like Kenny Rogers, and I like Kenny Rogers' voice, and, well, I like the way I sound with it. He is a very popular singer, and, well, I like to think that one of these days I will be too. You think? I hope. I definitely looked more like him with the lighter hair, but we'll just go on from there. Here we go. Let me see what we got. Alright, we're going to go with this one here. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns a-staring out the window at the darkness, and the boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces, For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. And he said, if you're... Hold on. If you're gonna play the Game Boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You've got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. Now, I'm sorry, I'm really blowing that song all out of proportion, so I am not going to carry on with that song. There's got to be another one that I can handle. So, waiting on my computer to function. A little faster, boys. Come on now. Don't leave me hanging. Come on, all at once, Lopez cornbread. Sorry. I always revert back to that line, don't I? Oh, hurry up. There we go. Is that it? That ain't it. Come on now. Well, that ain't working fast enough for me. Wake up. Give me the lyrics to Kenny Rogers songs. Cut that. Paste that. Go to sleep. What happened? Wasn't supposed to do that. Do do do. Da da dum dum. Da da dee dum. Da da da. Well, I know. There it is. Let's try that one. No, we're not going to do it. I'm just going to, jump off of there and kind of stick around on here for a minute because I only got like a minute left. And anyway, hey, I'm sorry that I just kind of wasted your time there for the last few minutes because, well, hey, I was looking for something else, but I couldn't find it, and I really boogered that other song up. I just can't understand where my voice went all of a sudden. It was gone. I really don't like it when my voice disappears because, well, y'all don't get the benefit of this here broadcast. I say broadcast. Blog. You don't get the benefit of the blog if my voice ain't with it. So anyway, I just thought I'd give it a shot. Anyway, while we're on the subject, it looks like it's about that time. So, this is Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? You know, God loves you and so do I. So, be blessed in Jesus' name. Alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow.